I'm going to start recording. You guys say hello. This is the tier list and spreadsheet update. Because my spreadsheet, I work on it a couple of hours every now and then. And this is the G-Lotan update for the spreadsheet. The holy spreadsheet. So what's different here? And I'll go over the tier list after I go to our intro. I added G-Lotan. I added this. I will add the strength scaling tier list Thursday or Friday. It depends on when. What is it? I was just checking my DMs. It depends on when I compile the video together and release it. Then I'll release it at the same time as I update my spreadsheet. So I updated this. For these units, and I'll update that. So I also updated the limited sections with recent team comps. Again, I only updated for Pontos. I included the videos, etc. So I updated this. I update this after the unit is out because I want to see if they nerf or buff units. So these are all updated. These are all good. All good. Now let's go for what you guys are actually tuning into. The tier list update. So let's go over to the tier list. First off, let's start with the important tier list. You guys are wondering, the waifu tier list. My waifu tier list. Okay? The community waifu tier list will be updated for Annie on stream. So for my waifu tier list, which is unbiased because it's me, where would I place G-Lotan on the Flair's waifu tier list? S tier. I like her design, I like her personality, and she seems like she can commit a war crime or two for me. She seems like a person who is willing to commit war crimes for me. And that's what I value in a lady. So, right now, too many units in S tier. So this is an example of how I do my tier list. If everyone's in S tier, no one's in S tier. Unlike those fucking retards. If there is a better waifu or a better unit, people are going to get knocked down. So, let's find out the worst waifu for me. Who's getting knocked down? That's right. Base Lotan. That's what I do for Gellet and Hellet. There's only one G unit. If there's a G unit, it needs to be either better or worse than their base unit. Base Lotan, worse than G-Lotan for the waifu. Why? I like redheads more. That's the only reason I like redheads more. 2 minute units in A tier. What do we do now? We find the worst A tier waifu for me. What's the worst A tier waifu in my opinion here? Well, Horla. Sorry, Horla. You're going down 1 tier. You're now friends with benefits, Horla. So, now that is aside, that is the Flair's waifu tier list update. So let's go to what no one's here for, the real tier list update. So, the first S tier general tier list, DPS since Tawil. She can function clear in Alert 5 low investment because of how her damage works with her Exalt if you're using the right wheels like I showed in my video. If you're using Dreams for her Overkill, she becomes this best strength scaler. You can actually just proc DR. And if you're a new player, you can probably clear Alert 5 if you have Dreaming and Wonderland with enough DR. Because her Exalt just scales off how much damage the boss does to you. And it scales very well. You ignore her fucking cards. So she can clear just like 24, just like Tawil, just like Gellet. So, S tier general list. Obviously, S tier whale list as well. Hold up, my rule, because I'm not a fucking retard, a mouth-breathing retard, there's only 5 units in S tier. Period. So that means the weakest unit here gets bumped down. So, I put Caster here because you can function him as carry, but he's really support. So, he's still S tier. Move him over. because I plays him placeover. S tier, whale carry. Put him here. He's better than, as a support, than Arachne. Arachne gets bumped down in the whale plus 12 tier list. There's too many units in A tier. What do we do now, folks? That's right. A unit in A tier is getting bumped down. That's how the tier list works. So, the worst support, plus 12, in the A tier list. Let's see. What's the worst plus 12? Salvador, infinite. You can't bump him down. Riker, can't bump him down. He's used in train mode frequently. Pikmin, suitable candidate. Miriam, plus 12, very good. Alien misbot. Now, Hamel, Aegis for her stun. So, what am I going to do? Aegis. Her stun is very good. However, her plus 12 doesn't really do that much compared to these units. Bump down. Plus 12. Too many units in B tier now. That's right, folks. We're bumping down. That's what I talked about the last tier list video. Bump down gaming. So, what motherfucker do we send to the black pool? We gouge their fucking eyes out. We extinguish their family line. Well, let's find out. What's the worst plus 12 support in this list? Goliath, too strong. Tulu, too strong. His overexalt and their plus 12 are very strong. Her plus 12 is strong too. His plus 12 is decent. So it's between Ramona or Horla. So out of all of these plus 12s, I would have to say Horla. Bump down their plus 12 effect compared to Ramona. A key flare bot would be more important than Horla. Even though her emotions is good, her plus 12 effect isn't as good as any of these. You don't need to plus 12 her. So, bump down. Guess what? Too many units in C tier. The worst C tier unit, plus 12. What is the worst C tier unit, plus 12, out of all these units? It has to be Lily or Solis. It's between Lily or Solis. Now, Solis gets you tentacle damage when you die for her plus 12 effect. So, that is the worst one. It's once every 6 fucking turns. You fucking retard. Bump down 1. It's once every 6 turns and it's temporary. It's the worst one. Now, D tier, we're going to bump down because F tier is free range here. F tier is free range. Clem. Garbage fucking unit. Garbage fucking bug girl alien. Back to D tier with you harlot. Now, let's continue. The E3 tier list. The E3 tier list. S tier G-Lotan. Move him over. Boom. So, these, I was in a rush last time, but too many units in S tier. We need to eliminate, destroy this tier. So, Aegis, down. Horla, down. Her E3 is actually bad. Her E3 is fucking god awful. So, what of all of these A tiers, who are we going to eliminate from the support section here? Well, let's see. Pontos, very good. Not going down here. Very good, very good. So, out of all the units, the worst E3 unit. Aegis for her stun overvalues some of these units. Arachne's too good. I would say Salvador. Goes down 1. His E3 support is okay. Is infinite survivability. But compared to these units, it's whatever. And I would say Horla moved down as well. Because again, you don't want her besides E1. You only want an E1 Horla. So too many things. Yeah, I actually would move Horla all the way down here. But I would actually move Saya first. Because Saya isn't really that useful compared to Horla. She's not really general use compared to Horla, for example. Compared to these units fuel more teams than Saya. Saya fuels like very relatively few teams. She's just not, because Divine Caro is so fucking bad. If it weren't for Divine Caro, I would put her higher. Because her kit is actually good. Saya's kit is decent with her corrosion and whatever for 0. But it's just Divine Caro is so fucking bad. Divine Caro is like the worst Divine Realm in the game. Yeah, I'll double down. Divine Caro and Divine Ultra are the two worst Divine Realms. They're competing for like the worst shit. So if it weren't for if she was a regular Caro unit, I would probably put her higher. But Divine Caro is so fucking awful. It's so fucking awful. Divine Caro is so fucking cancer. So let's see all these E3s. Yeah, all these are good. All these are good. Nothing I would actually bump down. Nothing I will actually bump down from C tier here. So the next time a unit releases, the next candidate to be bumped down from C to D would probably be Lily. Not that she's like super bad. Again, just because a unit is in C or D tier doesn't mean they're dog shit and you can't clear with them. It just means that these units got power crept by a better unit. So you can clear with these units. They're just better options. So probably Lily's gonna be bumped down because there are better options than Lily. She's a very old unit. She's just a trigger poison unit. And there are better trigger poison units like Zoo, for example, that has been released recently. So power crept, bump down. So I'm satisfied with this tier list, to be honest. I'm quite satisfied with this tier list. There's nothing I would necessarily change. I added Pontos. Yeah, she's S tier on all the tier lists. To do Whale Edition, E3 tier list. General use, she can clear low investment, unlike other units. So, yeah. Good. This is the recommended pooling list. This is the whale. If you're a whale, you don't give a fuck about anything. This is E3. In comparison to other units. Again, in comparison to other units. So, general is what I recommend pooling for. This is the tier list you should actually look for. So, Caribou is probably going to be very good. She's an awake release unit. So, that's the conclusion of the video.